Hello and welcome to the Bean, Chicken and Tink podcast, episode 0, the pilot. I am your host, Bean Chicken, and with me, he is the baller from Burma, the majestic from Myanmar, the narcissist from Naypyidaw, and the young money from Yangon. It's the mad monk himself, Tinky.
Yo peeps, what's up? Here is Tinky, and thanks for the intro, Ben. That was well played. I hope we do this right this time. We coming to you live from Australia, the land down under. And how are you feeling, my friend?
Well, I'm feeling good. Admittedly, this is our third take at trying to get this podcast done.
It's alright.
I'm hoping it's third time lucky. Yes.
Third time lucky, my friend.
Yes, I'm desperately hoping we get this right. So look, let's kick into it. So this podcast today, we're really going to be talking about FIFA 20. Our thoughts, discuss the first week of it. So we'll just kick right into it. But really, before we do, Tinky, mate, how did you get into FIFA?
Well, I gotta say, I'm a foot founder myself.
Okay.
So, foot 09, I believe, we start. But
one of the scary guys that I ran away from.
Yeah. But that sometimes that theory doesn't run true, especially with me, because I didn't play foot at all. I just basically got the title foot founder because I got the game obviously every year since 1999 pretty much.
Yeah.
And so my earliest memory of foot is probably FIFA 16. I started playing a little bit and sort of dabbled in, but I've been in love with the football games all my life. I played a bit of Nintendo International Superstar Soccer.
Good old ISS.
International Superstar Soccer Deluxe. I remember that. It was a great, you just run forward. There's no button, right? You just press the button and it will work. And a bit of PES. Even though I'm not ashamed to say, PES was great as Pro Evolution Soccer in Asian countries at that time. Where I come from, that was a big thing. I remember.
Bang.
Yeah, and PES was a bang, and I think Pro Evolution Soccer 6, I believe, I was playing, and I remember I didn't have PS, so I had to go to my friend's house and play. Actually, we 4 of us played, plug into the 4 controllers and play. That was one of my greatest memories. So, it's definitely great memories. But from what I can say is that FIFA has been around all my life pretty much. So how about you, Ben? Where did you start?
Well, my real FIFA experience probably started in FIFA 15. Didn't really get much into it as a kid, but look, I've always been into my football games. I mean, I'm a huge football manager / championship manager type guy. Ever since the first release of when it come out, I was all over that. I was I was on those games like flies on shit, as they say. So I was on there, and then even going back before then, I used to play in secondary school in England. Not Kevin Keegan's player manager, Alex Ferguson into Europe on the old school PCs. Used to bum about on that. I mean, that was great. And then the Nintendo, Kevin Keegan's player manager. It was a great game.
Great games. Look, I was a bit of a championship champions manager myself. Used to like those text commentaries. When they say, he's about to go, and then you hit the post. The text commentary used to get me so excited.
I hear exactly what you're saying on that one.
And also remember the time when you had to actually save the file so long, right? It takes so long to save, and the computer would freeze. And, and then when you go on holiday, it takes 20 minutes. For the that was.
Look, I love that game. I mean, even so, the first player that I ever signed on when I played FIFA 15 was Wellet and them, and that was only because I kept on signing him for my West Ham team. He was so cheap and Football Manager that I just had to have him, and I really didn't understand the concept of chemistry or what our team was about back then. So it was it's a great game mode, and the longer it's gone on, while I've been here, I wouldn't say I love it because it drives me crazy.
Oh yeah,
everyone
I
crazy.
think that's the beauty of it, right? We love it and hate it at the same time. That's why we're having this podcast, obviously.
Yeah,
we love it to death, but then we hate it to death. So
it's one of those love-hate relationships.
Love-hate relationship. I'm sure you've had a few in your life, and my life as well. I've had a few, and FIFA is definitely. Oh, foot is definitely one of them. So.
Well, look, I think most of our everyone that listens can at least relate to that, if nothing else, today.
Definitely. Even the young ones, right? Even the young ones. Myself and yourself, we're not that young. We're a little bit grey in the, in the temples, but definitely.
We certainly ain't no spring chickens.
Well, you are the bin chicken, so you would know about the spring chicken.
I'm a bin chicken, but not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not. So, mate, look, how did you... So we're going to talk about FIFA 20, but before we do, I guess we should really talk about where we'd come from prior, and that was FIFA 19.
Oh my god, do we really have to?
Look, a lot of people say that, but... there was... Some people loved it, some people hated it. I didn't mind it myself, but what do you think? Before we talk about what I like, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I think FIFA 19 for me, like most of the guys that will, I guess, in the comments can attest to it as well. Look, the content was fire, definitely. I think from I remember the promos really, really well. Like, up to Team of the Year, I think it was banging.
Yep.
Like, like Future Stars, a bit of, One to Watch as well. And, a few more, and then the new icons, obviously. And like the whole, like the SBCs every day, right? The like where we're from, as in Australia, like 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. UK time is like up in the wee hours from Australia. And waking up and finding that SBC drop, and it's just like, I've been waiting for this, and you just get addicted, right? I just get so addicted to SBCs, like that feeling because I have to wake up at around 5 o'clock every day, or 5:30 or so, and I wake up and I see an SBC, and it's just like one of those that you either hate it or you love it. You know what I mean? You're like, I can do this SBC. Oh shit, I can't do this SBC. So,
Look,
yeah.
I certainly remember. I remember when I can't remember what one it was, but Eden Hazard. We knew he was going to get Player of the Month, and it was one player that I really wanted to get, and that was
the Player of the Month for the EPL.
Yeah. My wife was pissed one night. She went out in the city. And I managed to arrange to pick her up just before the drop of the SBC, so I could pick her up at the station, stop there for 10 minutes, have a smoke, and do the SBC on my phone, so I could come back at like 3 in the morning and play.
So you are the real, like, so that's why we are doing this podcast, I guess, isn't it? We actually understand this game, like how addictive it can be.
Oh, mate, it is. But look, you're right. For me, the content was absolute fire. I mean, I just loved the content on there. It's the best that it's ever been. The gameplay, I didn't mind it, but it was just the same type of teams, and it was the same type of game over and over and over. It was always just lacra cat spam, or
the chaining of the skill moves was definitely a bad thing for me. Like, you can just get beaten by 6 lacrocatters in a row, and that just sort of riles me up. And I've threw a couple. I'm not ashamed to admit that I've lost a few controllers.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I think I went through about 8 or 9 controllers during a period of time. So I hear you on that one.
And a bit of crossing meta. Like, I'm not a crossing guy at all, and I refuse to play drop back 1 bar depth. The whole debacle. Everybody obviously start to do that, but I like to play games where are like 6-5s and 7-4s and stuff like that, where like you just open, and FIFA 19 for me just wasn't fun. Like, that was the main thing for me. So,
well, it did die out pretty early, which was pretty sad, but.
Team of the Year, I think, was the crescendo, the hype for me, and I'm gonna get flex for this, and weird flex, but okay, memes. But I did pack Team of the Year Mbappe and tradable.
Wow!
After 10 hours, I'm not ashamed to say, 10 hours of grinding the upgrade packs. So.
Oh, jeez! Chat, look, feel free to abuse Tinky in the comments. Because no one likes these kind of flexers.
who am I to talk about it, right?
Yeah, that's it. Look, the ultimate flex packet team of the year, Mbappe.
But I think the only problem was that with that comes the like absolute disgrace of FIFA 19, where you get into the box with Mbappe, and you shoot and you basically miss. So 99 shooting, you cannot get better than that, right?
He shoots, he misses. That was something that I faced all the time with my Mbappe too.
Yeah. I mean, I ended up with a GOT team as well as you are. We're pack addicts, we're FIFA point addicts, as you know. And I guess our new listeners might not know, but me and Ben spent an obscene amount of money on this game. And, we're paid to lose both.
Well, actually, I was going to say Mr. Pay to Lose in the intro, but I just thought that would have been a bit evil.
Look, I appreciate the thought. But look, I ended up with Neymar as well. I bought Team of the Year Neymar, and I sold him for a profit, and I bought Team of the Season Neymar, which is insane, and even that couldn't save me from losing, it at all, like all time. So anyway, FIFA 19, great content, summary, great content, lackluster gameplay, and hopefully, it gets better in FIFA 20. So,
yeah, well, let's hope so. Well, on the subject of FIFA 20, it's been out a week, but what was your expectations for it to come out? I mean, it was such a hyped away. I mean, it felt like it just went on forever. That whole, the whole waiting for it. It's me and you both were sitting there during the early access, just spamming it, hoping that it will just keep on coming up. And
the waiting, the waiting rooms. I remember going into the YouTube channels, all the Twitters and refreshing it, and it was, is it 12 a.m. our time or 12 a.m. their time, and
so yeah, that was crazy. But what was you expecting? What did you want from it?
For me, definitely the gameplay. The extra responsiveness of the gameplays that they showed, and the ball physics of it. I thought it was I hoped for a better responsive game, and also I looked at the pitch notes earlier as well, and I saw a lot of the dribblings, the new moves, and the change of the meta, sort of the shooting was supposedly better. One-on-one situations, the 1v1, the decisive moments that they advertise. I think the advertisement, sort of hit home where, they were basically talking the talk, right?
Yes,
EA does.
They definitely did.
But because of the depths of FIFA 19 that we went, I think everyone sort of, as you can, the listeners can attest to, everyone sort of gave up on the game, and I think EA did as well to a point. I think.
Go on, sorry.
Think no, it's all right. So it's sort of basically, I think, just a new fresh start for me is always, good. And I think the free kicks and the penalties, I was hoping it's gonna fix, the not broken but improved on it. But we'll talk more about it a little bit later on.
Yeah, the FIFA 19 head movement. My good God, I just wanted to, I just wanted to ram my head in the wall after watching the,
that, especially in the foot chance where at the 90th minute, and you're either trying to win or trying to draw, and you just basically gave it away, right? So it's just it's not a very, very good feeling, my friend.
Yeah, it was a massive pain in the.
What about you? What were your thoughts? What were your expectations? Sorry.
I was really looking forward to the content side of things. Now they got that Foot Economist involved. When he got in FIFA 19, he released the content seemed to it was a bit of a lull, but it got better. So I was looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the content. I'm still looking forward to it. Looking forward to a different type of meta as well. Not necessarily the whole La Croqueta, El Tornado, headed goal. I mean, it just got boring in the end. I mean, for me, it killed the game.
Understood.
So yeah, I was really looking forward to that. New players. Being a different meta, just trying out not necessarily your Neymars or your Mbappes, but trying to find those hidden gems, especially early in the game, because you're going to end up with a God squad at the end of the game, so you want to try and enjoy it, enjoy what you've got as much as you can.
Yeah, it's the whole concept of our ultimate team, isn't it? So,
yes, for sure, absolutely, for sure. So that's what I was really looking forward to, and
yeah, that's good. I think we're both agreed on that. Yeah, we just want to get like that start, that FIFA. You know, a lot of people look forward to that start of FIFA. Either you're paid to win, paid to lose, or RTG. You know, poor man RTG, rich man RTG, whatever you call it. At the end of the day, you pack someone good, and then you build around him, or you sell him, and like sort of that sort of feeling. I think you just want to get it back, right? The rush.
Yes, absolutely, for sure, man. That rush
the
is
hype,
the rush, whatever you want to call it. I want that back.
It's a drug, isn't it? It's a drug.
It is the best drug in the world, but yeah, it's definitely a drug. Exactly. It most certainly is. Well, look, so the first thing that came out for FIFA 20, or the first big promo that we had, or content-wise, was the one to watch.
Yes.
So, what did you think of it? What is there any players in there that you think to yourself, "My good God, I just have to have," or are you one of these? Nah, not at all. It's not for me.
Look, to be honest, ones to watch, like the concept there is really, really good, right? You get a player untradeable or tradable, and I was one of those guys that bought the Ultimate Edition, of course.
As everyone does,
right? Yeah, the hardcore FIFA players do. You have to believe that those guys are gonna get upgraded, and that the whole concept is great. But I don't think this year, with the transfers that happened, it just doesn't excite me, to be honest. I mean, there are some players that are, for me, not too bad. Like, say, Griezmann looks really, okay for me, and it can get, obviously, he'll get, if he gets an inform or two,
just quietly best striker in the game, but hey.
Oh, yeah. I think it's in your team, so we're running two different squads, but and Hazard, definitely not Thorgan, Eden, and Frankie De Jong, I say. I think quietly he's a solid. He needs a couple of informs, but he got one obviously straight away.
Yeah.
But Lucas Hernandez, I know at the moment he's like exploding at the moment, right?
Yeah,
Every starter squad.
He's a super meta player.
Yeah, and he's gonna be meta for a while because of the links that he's getting. Right, the German league, Bayern Munich, he just links everyone.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he's one of those players.
And maybe even Pepe as well. Maybe
Pepe Le Pew. Well, look, hopefully his card plays better than what he does in real life. Let's just.
Well, let's not get abused like Arsenal Fan TV. All right.
Yeah, sorry, Arsenal fans, but at the moment he doesn't look anything like the 73 million they paid for him.
Yeah, I mean, it was more, definitely a rip-off there. So
for sure. But look, on the I agree with you. That those players they look the best in class. But I use Griezmann. Obviously, I think Griezmann is the best striker in game.
You got the gold card, right? Not the one.
Yeah,
I
got the gold card. Obviously, Hazard being 91 is something that really draws your attention. But apart from that, there's not real many cards in there that I really want to play with.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit flat, isn't it? It was a little bit flat.
Yeah, I've last year. Well, when Mahrez got his card, thankfully I packed him several times, being paid to win. But I just love that card, especially he got a couple of upgrades, and it was just a real fun card to use.
Yeah.
It's
It was very silky smooth, I gotta say. Like he felt like Neymar and Mbappe level,
Yeah, it was such a good card to use. I mean, I just don't kind of see that in I don't see that really in this edition of it.
I guess what I'm hoping for is trying to find before it goes out of packs. I'm trying to maybe pack up a few that I think might sort of have a good season, and say João Felix seems to be one of those guys that might have a stellar year, like a breakout season, so sort of and the cards seems to be okay for now, so
well, if you've got João Felix in your team, you're certainly hoping that it does go on a tear with with Madrid. I mean,
You definitely need like 4 or 5 informs, but
well, actually, even being, is it a 4-star, 5-star? I mean, 2 informs would be enough.
Yeah, he will be good for the first maybe few weeks, but after that, he will definitely need a couple of informs. So,
he really drops out.
But I guess one of the, just to finish off the one to watch discussion, is that I know a lot of the listeners out there, whoever many them are, and they love that this kind of card. The only good thing about the card is the trading, right?
Yes.
The gambling part of it. We have to talk about it, Ben, right? I just love it when you just love it, right? I sound like Kevin Keegan.
You love it. I think we call it the Richarlison effect. When every time you score,
exactly, the Richarlison. I make so much money from that guy. It's not even funny.
Look, if anyone that played that version, last year's version, and didn't get Richarlison and make money on it, you've got rocks in your head. You need to go.
You're definitely doing something wrong. Yeah. He would ride 30-40K like out of nowhere.
Yeah, because he would score. He wouldn't get his man of the team of the week, and then he would come back down again. Back down and then go back up again. It's like a cycle every day. Yeah, it was so fun just to jump onto that. To go on how much Richarlison is now, and just great. But So anyway, the 2 other team of the week, well, the 3 other one to watches that we've got is the Ndombele from the Objectives, which which I think is great for the casual player. I feel sorry for those who bought his card at 40k, just quietly. Yeah, he's gone down to like 7k. So. Yeah, he would. But look, anyone that's paying that kind of money for an 80 or 81, you need. Sissoko is up there at the moment too. You need to go. You need to go and see a doctor. You've got you've got the Gelson Martins of 2000 FIFA 20, which is maximum. Yeah. And then you've today you also got the either or. So it was Alexis Sanchez or Mkhitaryan in SBC. Oh yeah. With the SBCs, right? Yeah. Which I think is a fantastic concept. Like you have to gamble what one you think is going to have a better season. Yeah. I myself being a Man United fan and an Alexis fan, like I hope that he does really well. Yeah. I did his card and I picked him. So well, look, as we're recording this podcast, just so the viewers don't get too bored, I am just doing marquee matchups, and then I will be doing Alexis Sanchez after. Yeah, what a trooper! Well, look, if people want to just see something to do, see something. Oh yeah, definitely. Two guys talking about FIFA for an hour. I don't know about that, Yeah, look, it would drive me crazy. But hey, look, if you're in the gym, at McDonald's, in the car park, on top of your woman, on the bus, whatever you're doing, hopefully we're bringing you a bit of enjoyment. So yeah, we definitely hope that like FIFA nuts like us, find this podcast enjoyable, because I think it's something that I think there is a gap on it. Like I don't see many of them in the market, like in the overall scheme of things. So I just thought it might be a niche thing that we can do. So, yeah. I certainly agree, and it's something that I've been looking forward to since me and the Grandmaster Tink was talking about it. It's something that I definitely wanted to get involved in. So I'm glad we're doing it. I appreciate that. You made it happen, Ben, and we definitely hope that this pilot is going to be the pathway towards YouTube stardom for both of us. Yes, look, and just on that, if you want to catch a bit more of me and Tink, you can always find us. You can find me streaming on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/BinChicken81. A bit of promo there. Yeah, and I'm the stream daddy of the self-promoted, and I'm always with Ben, most of the time chilling with the other boys in the stream, talking, like FIFA, talking real life, and being a little bit toxic in Pro Club. A little bit toxic. I think we're the most toxic in the, from everywhere. Yeah. The Rec Stream FC or the Rebound FC. Yeah, that's it. Well, look, a little bit of a plug. If you don't plug, then what do you do, mate? Exactly. Everybody has to promote, right? Yeah, that's it. Well, on the topic of content as well, and then we've just had the one to watch, and you said about, who did you say that had a one to watch and then got the team of the week? But team of the week 3 is out as well.
Yep.
Thoughts?
Look, Ben, I gotta say, well, look, if you are, well, you are lucky that you're not playing for these Red Pigs. I gotta tell you, it is a horrible team of the week. It's a stinker.
It's not Flash, really, is it? I mean, there's.
I mean, Mahrez is there, but I mean, if you're, if your starting 11 includes Daley Blin, Santi Cazorla, Oyarzabal, Zapata, and whoever, Pazella. I don't even know these players, and I watch football real life. By the way, Ben and I are in, IRL, watch football as well. We just not like FIFA players. Like, I support hashtag, class of 1992. I'm not a bandwagon jumper, so if you are coming at me in the comments, you better get your facts right, otherwise I will come at you.
Watch out, and when he comes, he comes hard.
Yeah, and Ben, you want to talk about a little bit your affiliate with affection with the Hammers?
Well, mate, I grew up a stone's throw away from Upton Park, as it was then. Yeah, great ground. I'm a big West Ham fan. I will sit up until 4 or 5 in the morning whenever it's.
We were like up there, right? Like at 5 o'clock in the morning the other weekend, talking FIFA and watching football in the stream, so in the Discord, and it was great fun. I think I will definitely love to do it again. So yeah,
we've still got another 30 odd weeks of this happening. So it's not. I'd love to do it again. We are doing it again, and we are do it tomorrow.
We are stuck with each other.
Yeah. But no, this.
But, by the way, going back to the team of the week, though, yeah, it is. I might say NDD is not a bad card, even though he's a little bit short in my estimates.
Yeah.
6 foot. Mahrez is not too bad. For me, like we were just talking about his, right? Like getting the informs and stuff, but unfortunately he's not one to watch.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of Algerian action there I can see with Slimani, but Doherty maybe might.
I think Doherty is a great investment.
Yeah, definitely. Aurea being at 28k, like you were saying before.
Yeah.
It just sort of. I think Doherty is a bit taller, and I just like my right back or right wing back to be a bit more like physical. So he definitely got that physicality. So
he definitely has. And the other one as well, obviously in there, the head of the class really is Havertz. I mean, everyone.
I left him out for a reason, chat. Or comment.
He's the man that everyone's just going to go after. It's like if you pack someone, you want it to be Havertz.
Yeah, really. And EA though, they probably put his pack leg at the very, very low end, but and again, that look, we love EA, right? So EA, please give me pack lag, please don't watch this podcast. I love you, EA.
Yes, me too, and EA as well. Just let me know when you want to give me back my prime moments Ronaldo that was somehow deleted from my club this morning. I'll be happy to take it.
All right, yeah, we'll take it too. I registered.
That's the meme in itself, right?
We'll talk about that. Let the controversial talking, right? Hey, we Ben and Tink are not above that, right? We're gonna talk right into the controversial.
Yeah, we like to dive head first into the shit, like we do,
and
we don't
take no prisoners.
We don't care how smelly we come out.
Yeah, exactly. We will roll with the mud.
Yeah, that's it. So look, whilst we're talking about content, one to watch is Team of the Weeks, and we talked about Ndembele. What about the objectives? What do you think of the objectives?
I gotta say, Ben, I think they have potential.
Yeah.
I guess I'd like to know your thoughts a little bit more as well. But for me, it's just one of those things where I think they just need to make sure that it doesn't become stale.
Yeah.
And like we have the same thing all over again where, like buy a player, buy this, buy that. And it seems to be, there's a lot of grind aspects to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, I haven't really sort of delve into it too much. I'm just playing to make sure that I understand the mechanics, right? As you do.
Okay.
But for me, it's sort of, I'm still learning about the objectives, but from what I can see, like, you know, they can add so much more. Like, you know, sort of there's a lot of room for improvement. What about you? Yeah.
Look, I am exactly the same. I've been grinding this game out, and thankfully today I've just done my two headers with an 82 plus physical player. It was a grind, but and it's done. And now I've got nothing else to do with my objectives. So I've done my Ndombele, I've done my Hazard, I've done my Salah. Apart from the Rivals games now, there really isn't
not much.
There's not much to do. So
I think the problem for me has been that, like, I guess we just play the game too much. I think, in EA's opinion, we are the nipple effect that Nepenthes talked about, right? I'm gonna copyright it, obviously, give copyrights to Nepenthes, but you know, we are just this very, very small part of the whole FIFA community, isn't it? That, you know, the objectives can be done in like a day.
Yeah, that is unfortunately that us. I mean, every waking moment I'm on the app, or I'm on the game. Look, I remember you telling me that you spent like 10 hours in one day on the app.
Oh yeah, I believe I think I'm on 35% of the usage on my phone is on the app.
Jeez. Hey, look, I can actually confirm in Tinky in a private group chat, whilst Tinky was doing work today, he wasn't actually working. He was on the companion app online, just trying to work out what type of team he wants to build again. So look, instead of working, he's still FIFA and he's talking
I was
to the
in
boys.
the middle of tenders, my friend, and I was thinking about how am I going to get Messi into my god team?
Look, actually, whilst you talk about your god team, so what are you running then? So first week is weekend league today. It's just started 2 hours ago. What are you running?
Yes. So unfortunately, I am a busy guy, and you know, I work 9 to 5, so I haven't had the chance to play that much. So Rivals, I'm still stuck in Division 6, I believe, at the moment, and I haven't played much. But I am not going to be playing Weekend League this week.
Yeah.
But I got so flex ready, boys. Toxic Tinky is here. I'm running Neymar and Mbappe and Sterling as my 3 forwards. And informed De Bruyne in the middle with Fabinho, and of course everybody's favorite Alan. Left backs and Sandro at the left back, centre back pairing of Varane and Ramos, with the holy trinity of the triangle complete with Courtois, who is, in my opinion, one of the worst goalkeepers, 89 rated or 88. And to round it off on the right back, it's Mr. Reliable himself, Cancelo. So that's my team.
Well, look, lads, feel free to put in the comment section down below P2L, and because we all know that Tinky. Well, I know that Tinky's paid to lose, so that's a great team to lose with. It's one of the best that I've ever heard.
Get that hashtag started, boys. P2L Tinky.
Yeah, well, look, I'm running I'm running Son, Griezmann, Messi, Anderson with Fabinho, Modric in the middle, and if anyone out there is trying to find that little link, telling you now, do not sleep on Modric. He's doesn't look meta, but he feels fantastic.
Ben is a massive Modric fan.
Mate, look, I
and Griezmann, I guess.
Modric and Griezmann, I'm all over. Messi so far, haven't really had much with him. I'm playing a 4-4-2, but I'm going to continue with him. He's got to be better than any other right midfielder out there. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. But that's my team, and I'm also paid to lose, but I'm expecting to at least make goal 2 this.
You can look. You know, you have to go 1, isn't it, Ben?
Look, I've never. If I go that high, I might get a nosebleed.
Well, we all know once we get under pressure, we react a little bit differently. I just lose myself. So.
Yeah. Oh, look, I set myself a target each and every weekend, and then I just play to that, and anything more than that, I'm happy. Anything less than that, I'm buying myself a new control pad.
Yeah, fair enough. I think, by the way, you are running that lovely Nancom controller, I believe, right?
I'm running the Narcom Unlimited, but I'm moving to the C40 from Astro next month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's turning pro now? Is it Biz?
Look, I just like to have the finer things in life.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we all want to have the best things in life, but it just I guess it makes a difference. So like that's why the pro players use whatever they feel like they'll get the advantage. So I guess you gotta do what you gotta. Yeah.
Well, they all full disclosure, we're both on PS4. I don't like the PS4 control pads, especially the way I play for FIFA. I much prefer the larger ones, so that's why I spend the money on them. It's purely because it's just that feel in the hand.
It's all good, bro. You gotta do and good luck on your weekend league, by the way.
Well, at this present moment, I'm two and zip, so things couldn't have started off any better.
The ranking matches are I think the best games for me, and then after that, it's just basically gone downhill. So.
Yes. Well, let's continue on onto the content that it's going to be upcoming, and it's 8 days now. It's going to be the icon swaps. So, anything in the icon swaps? What are your thoughts on that?
I was looking in it, and I had because of the figuring out what's going on and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So with icon swap, I am definitely thinking, from what I've looked at it now, I'm definitely thinking maybe even Perlo icon for me. I would never have thought that Perlo would be in my team, but there we are, right? So.
Yeah, well, look, I'm going to talk a bit about Perlo in just a little bit, but yeah, I can certainly understand that. Myself, I mean, as I say, I'm going for Ian Wright, so yeah.
Oh, definitely, I can understand, and he's gonna be, an interesting player. I think Kenny Dalglish, I heard, is so talking about. I guess we're gonna venture into the new icon segment now. I guess the whole. I think it's sort of. So I was looking into all the icons, and look, I think there are some very, very interesting, icons. Of course, myself. Zidane, is always going to be up here. I think it's the new, the Hullet new R9 sort of,
everyone.
That meta, that what is it? Marquee, right? Marquee icon.
Yes, the marquee, and everyone just has to have this year as is.
But I think low key, not low key, but like say middle key. Carlos Alberto and Garincha. I think they're gonna be a very, very good 5 jumping Zanetti.
It's certainly something. Look, it's great that they've brought in some especially fullbacks as well.
Yes, Zambrotta as well. Zambrotta
as well. Zambrotta looks a good one. Garincha's one that I'm definitely looking forward to using.
A few Brazilian, I always love I fell in love with the 1970 and the whole Zagallo and the whole team. That team is, for me, one of the most beautiful teams to watch ever in real life.
I certainly hear you. But look, chap, comment. Put it in the comment section below if there's anyone in the new icons that. What's your thoughts on the new icons? Anyone there that you really like the look of? Anyone that you don't like the look of? We're going to talk about go into a bit more than that just a little bit later. But certainly want to hear what you guys. Not only icons that what you think of them, but what you're going to take in the icon swaps as well.
Definitely. Yeah, we definitely love to hear your opinions and thoughts on it.
Yeah, opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one, and I don't want to see your arsehole, but I want to see what you want what you're going to take.
There goes Ben with the metaphors.
So. Moving on from really the icon swaps and the new icons, and it kind of leads in the current content. So it's been, although the game's only been out officially for a full week, but we've had early access and the trial. What have you thought so far of the content?
The content has been very hit and miss for me. like they could definitely do a lot better on the UCL promos. I think still.
Yeah, I agree. They completely messed that up. This it should have been out.
Well, yeah, I mean, even last year, to be fair, like, I think they got this wonderful, thing back from Pez after a long slog. And, we as a FIFA player thought that will be the next coming of Jesus. And unfortunately, it's been pretty much not even, well, I was going to say not even, like sort of live up to the hype at all. And it's just very, very disappointing, except for the UCL lives that I sort of made money on, I guess. So I can't complain about them. But other than that, it's sort of, fizzled out for me last year. And I'm hoping that they could do a little bit better on. But the early content so far is promising. There's some SBC. I think it's very much like last year, where some of the SBCs, for example, like Lewandowski, right?
Yeah.
Player of the month. We don't, I don't think he's a meta player, and he's only +1 from his, gold card and all that. But it's a very reasonable SBC, in my opinion.
It's very reasonable, but I think people had overinvested in that, and the demand really wasn't there. But it doesn't really kind of like the early meta, as we said before, the headers, the lack of headers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Really,
I mean, look,
that really killed
Lewandowski's a great player in real life, but I think in FIFA he just doesn't translate well.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate. And I think there's a few of them players as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think Saint Maximin, was just a very. I haven't seen anyone done like him at all. It's just been a debacle there. It just. Yeah.
Look, but because it was the fans' vote. The fans. The common people, they just look at the pace, they look at the league, say St. Maximin, I know who he is, I'm going to take him. I mean, I think we all wanted Eder Militao to get it.
Oh, definitely, we did. I mean, I voted for him, and it just didn't happen because like the kids love their pacey wingers. So even though we probably got like 10,000 of them.
That's it. That's exactly it. But so. Look, I think it's a dead SBC. I referred to it earlier in the cast as the Gelson Martins of FIFA 20. And he's currently injured at the moment. I don't see any value in that card at all.
It's just disappointing. But there's a few. That the advanced SBCs has been pretty good, and they had added a new one, even though some of them, I think at the moment I checked it, like it's up to like 120k for like the whole set, which is ridiculous.
Is that the around the world one with the Spanish, German?
No, the National Pride.
The National Pride one. Well, look, you can't actually talk about that because you haven't actually flexed this one yet, but you've done one SBC and tell the listeners who you packed. Let's get another toxic Tinky in the chat in the comment section. Even though I'm pay to win and pay to lose, I did pack a CR7 from my around the world SPC in one of the advanced SPC. So pure luck. I was just sitting on my web app in one Saturday morning. I was just having my breakfast, and I clicked submit on the SBC. I wasn't sure because I spent 10k on the SBC. I was thinking, and this was early access, I believe. So I was like, why not? And then popped up on the web app, Mr. Ronaldo smiling on his Pimento, whatever his name, Juventus card, and it was like beaming at me, and $2 million. Got a 2 million coin, card. Here I come. So yeah, look, chat. You don't have to go too ham at him. I can tell you now that the boys gave him absolute shit for that. So he's just one lucky little fucker. Absolutely lucky. Yeah. Well, look, I think the short answer is if there's an SBC for that, you probably should do it because you could be like Tinky, and you could pack yourself a CR7.
And one more comment section. Do your SBCs because I just packed the Suarez out of a 2-player pack as well. So there you go.
Look, this flexing is just stupid.
I know, it's out of control, isn't it?
Just shut up because I don't want to get lots of hate in the comments. Actually, it won't be my hate. It will be you.
Yeah. Hey. Any sort of notorious thing will make us famous. So.
For sure. Well, look, So the first week's done, and we did speak about one to watch and team of the week 3 and how poor that is. The next big promo coming up looks like it's going to be Scream. Fault. What did you think of last year, and what are you hoping for this year?
Yeah, last year it just didn't get my motor running, unfortunately.
I think that was the same with a lot of people.
Yeah, understatement of the year, because it was just like they were just like sort of fodder, and like they didn't do anything with it. They didn't require anyone, and it just, I don't know. It's except for Busquets when he got the pace upgrade. I mean, I didn't really see the point in them, unfortunately.
Yeah, look at. They looked good when you first got the card, especially that Emil Forsberg. He looked like he was going to be a fantastic central defensive midfielder. But when you actually looked at his stats and then what the 99 represented,
just
dog shit. And it took way too long for them just to upgrade.
Yeah, I think EA sort of thought they were going to do something, and then I think they found something else and they got distracted.
Yeah, like the new shiny thing was out. Oh, look, there's a new pack where you can sell the public.
Yeah,
Tinky and Big Chicken will buy them. Yeah. They don't care about it. They care about Halloween. They just give them packs. Give them packs.
Yeah. Lucky bin that we don't live in Belgium, eh?
Yeah, that's it. If you're from Belgium, rip. But then I guess.
Sorry, if you're Belgium listeners, somehow.
Oh, poor Belgium. As we say that, I just get a Belgium striker come up opening my packs.
There you go. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you Belgians, just to continue the theme, you got Hazard, you got Kaku. So, I mean, all we got is Timmy Cahill. So, in Australia. So.
Well, you've just rattled off a couple of great Belgians. I got Luca Bacchio, who, if you know who he is, put it in the chat, because I've got no fucking idea who that guy is.
Beep.
Yeah, beep. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be swearing, but hey, who cares? So look, yeah, as we said, FIFA 20, FIFA 3, FIFA 20 is underway. What's been your impression so far? What do you think of it? How would you say the game is holding up? I mean, if you read Twitter and you go on the forums or go on Reddit, it's very divisive. What's your opinion?
It is very, very, very divisive, and I think I'm in the like a smidgen, like a like a hair, little hair. I after this patch that they just did a couple of days ago, I think definitely got fixed in some areas, but my Courtois is still punching like a headless chicken, and my AI running up and down and not tackling,
Yeah,
so it just seems to be there's a little bit of a buggy. Yeah,
I hear you on that one. Look, I don't mind this game. There's a couple of things that really annoy me. Rebound FC.
Oh, Rebound FC, definitely. We're gonna get an emote on the Twitch. Bin Chicken 81 Twitch.
Yeah, Bin Chicken 81 on Twitch. There is gonna be a Rebound emote on there, but you're gonna have to subscribe for that.
Come and support if you can.
But yeah, look, Rebounds really annoy me. Like the inside pass as well, it just doesn't work. It keeps on getting cut.
I think the passing in general, I think the ball physics have absolutely devastated the passing.
Yeah, it's it's one of the reasons why I love Modric, is because he's just so crisp with the passing. But
I think the meta is going to be the dribbling and the passing, the higher rated players with the passing, the dribbling and the passing, so that they can do those dribbling really, really L-stick,
Yeah, I know.
And also the have to actually thread the needle this year. So
yeah, for sure. But look, the one thing I really don't like about this game, apart from the passing and rebound, is the lack of headers. Like, I know we all know that the crossing was OP in FIFA 19, but it's gone the complete other way this time. I mean,
yeah, I think they've done it with a lot of players. A lot of gameplay, isn't it? Been like, they thought that it was too automatic for the defending, so AI got nerfed so much that now they don't know where they're going. They're running into each other like headless chicken.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean,
shooting. They fixed the shooting, and then they didn't fix the crossing at all. So
it's just crazy. But look, I like it, but I'm still on the fence. I'm not going to say it's a better game than FIFA 19.
It's too early though, isn't it? It's too early.
I'm just going to say that this game has a lot of potential. I mean, it's got the bones. You can make some wonderful triangles, or you can play your way out of trouble. If you're good on the sticks, you can create a hell of a space in there, and you can really enjoy it.
But and the body feints as well. So
I suck at manual defending, but I think I prefer the manual defending over the AI stuff. I mean, I'd rather get.
There's definitely a skill gap, isn't it, Ben? Like the skill gap. Yeah.
Look, I've only, as I say, I've been playing it for a week, and I know that there's a skill gap. I am myself only like a gold. I was a gold 2, gold 1 player in 19. This year, I don't think I want to get back to gold 1, but I'm not going to get there for a while. I mean, it's.
You need to learn. You need to learn the certain aspects of like the meta, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, look, you just need to know what is effective, and you do need to play it. I mean, it does get boring playing the meta, but. I think it's about understanding the game as well, understanding your game, what works, what doesn't work so well,
and the tactics, right? Like what works in certain situations. Like team presses seem to be very, very like it's like a pro club swarm, isn't it? Like when you do the team press.
Yeah, but look, I mean, at the moment I'm cycling between a 4-4-2 or 4-1-2-1-2-2, and the 4-2-3-1. So I still can't decide what formation that I want to stick with. And I think so comment section, if you have any meta formation that you would like to share, feel free to share. We're always open to suggestions. Actually, we're not open to suggestions. We're open to stealing them.
Well, you don't really have to say it that way. I was trying to be like, sort of diplomatic.
Look, Tink is the nice guy that tries to finesse the info out of you. I'm telling you now, if you give me something that's decent, I'm going to steal that son of a bitch and I'm going to run with it and make it my own.
That's been for you, comment.
Yeah, that is. But look, so put it in the comment section. What do you think so far of FIFA 20? As I say, I've read a lot on Reddit, a lot on Twitter, on the forums. Some people have already said that they've given the game away. Other people saying it's the best game that they've played. It's probably the most divisive game, early access so far. I mean, even FIFA 19, it wasn't as decisive.
It was all negative.
Well, you say that the first part of it, the first week of it before the big patch, everyone loved it.
It was good. Yeah, because of the finesse meta and the no scope shot, the kids love it.
360 no scope, and if
the 360 no scope.
Yeah, and look, and just an FYI, if you do follow me on my Twitch, my follow alert is a no scope alert, which is quite fun. So feel free to come along and follow on that one.
Yeah, definitely. It's quite a fun environment, and if you like the podcast, give us a like as well. We don't know how YouTube works really, so just like us, put those thumbs up. I like to feel like that we're doing, I think we're representing the hardcore FIFA players as well as Go 3, Go 2 plebs, that we call it. So,
I'm firmly a pleb, and I'm pretty sure that you're firmly a pleb.
And I would love to see any of the comment section there, if you want to share about what region are you from, and if you want to if you had to stumble onto this, and what sort of a rating are you? Are you playing FIFA casually? Are you going to play FIFA 20, or are you just a menu player, or you love to train? See, for me, and then I think I speak for both. We love to play all parts of the game, isn't it? Except for career mode, maybe not career mode.
Yeah, a career mode in the speechless FIFA 20, rip, because that's got its own problems.
That we won't touch at all. So.
But no, leave it in the comments. Let us know what you're running, what you think of it. Also, put in the comments any suggestions where you think we could change up within the podcast. What we've done well.
Any topics that you would like us to discuss in the future? Yeah, definitely.
Just feedback, good and bad. I mean, we know it's going to be more bad than good. But we want to hear this.
We're open to suggestions, right? That's the only way we're going to improve.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, we'll just move on quickly to the kind of players that you really are looking forward to using this FIFA 20 so far. I mean, with the new icons, it's certainly...
Yeah, the new icons. yeah, definitely. You know, Zidane. Definitely, you know, Essien might be the one that I want to try. You know, the little pocket rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, and at the back, I want to try like you know, like different center backs.
Yeah.
Like maybe Koeman. You know, and he seems like a nice, you know, sort of you know, player up there. And I mean, I always loved you know, the little guys that now seem to be, you know, working, like, you know, like you said, Modric, and you know, like, so maybe, like, you know, I've always loved Mateus. Like, any card of Mateus is a great card for me, even though he's short.
Mateus FIFA 19 was my go-to guy with Vieira in the back.
Definitely.
You know, everyone slept on him, but no, you're right. He was.
He was like very, very slept on until the end of the FIFA, where they started to realize that how, you know, OP he is. So
he was just a wall. But no, with the new icons myself, yeah, obviously Zuzu, Kenny Dalglish, I really want to use. I'm not old enough to have even seen Dalglish play.
Well, lucky you. So.
Yeah, but look, I've certainly heard great things about him. You know, you just got to watch YouTube clips of Liverpool back when he was playing. He was just a magical player, so someone I wouldn't mind using. I think the biggest one that I'm looking forward to, though, and it's really sad, I want him to have a CDM card. I want his prime.
Hopefully, even prime moments. Yeah, it could be a CDM.
I want it to be a CDM. I really do, because I just think that card would be a fantastic CDM card. I love the way that he went about it, even though he knocked England out of Euro '92.
But like that Dutch team was, you know, one hell of a team.
It was. But he scored that. Look, I remember watching. He scored a free kick against England. It was a banger. It put us out of qualifying. Actually, no, it was a US Atlanta '94 in the World Cup that we.
Yeah, USA.
Yeah, USA '94. He scored a banger, and I hate him for that, but look, I thought he was a great player, fantastic player.
I think with regards to, you know, the icons, yeah, definitely would love to hear your thoughts on it as well. But another thing is that we're not only, like, you know, sort of FIFA just playing sort of thing as well. We do a bit of market as well, as you know, Ben. You know, so
we do.
Like, so we want to talk about investments, and, you know, like, look, any. I think in the future podcast we'll talk more on the, you know, upcoming investments and what sort of you know, trading tips. You know, like low tier, middle tier. You know, like, you know, because I imagine most of you, you know, a little bit of coins saved up, but, you know, you're not sure where to invest in. You know, you don't want to lose your team. You know, you want to sell your team, when to sell. It's for me anyway. Like, you know, I don't know about Ben. I guess you know, like, being a FIFA player, it's a bit hard to understand, right? The market, like, if you're not, you know, all on there all the time.
Yeah, you've really got to be paying attention to it. It's a living organism. It lives, it breathes, it changes.
Yeah, it's like an economic lecture in itself. Like, you know.
It changes on the drop of a whim. I mean, today with all of the new SBCs, you had the marquee matchups, 2 rare player pack, and then the one to watch one. I mean, you got like 170k's worth of packs, so it was going to have it had an effect on the market, but it didn't have one. Like, it wasn't a massive one. But those kind of things, it does happen, and it changes, and you have to kind of understand.
Yeah, it's a reactive nature of the market, isn't it? So,
yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
But I love that. I love the way that you put it. Living organism. That has to be one of the words, one of the key words of that.
It very much is. It's such a fluid thing. Look, just quietly, I'm a little annoyed that it wasn't Juventus in the marquee matchups, because.
I think we were all predicting that. I think EA might not be looking to Juventus for a little bit because of that Pimento debacle. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, see, look, that didn't even enter my head.
Yes.
I looked at the games, and I picked out the 4 games, and I thought that was going to be the one, the Juventus game.
Yeah, but EA, I think unfortunately screwed that are predicting.
Well, you say that as well. I don't remember last year that Buenos Aires ever got a SBC.
SBC at all? Yeah.
They only got the league SBC, Buenos Aires, but because they're River Plate, aren't they? But they never actually got an SBC?
I don't think so. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, because of that. Like, it might even be a contractual thing. So we might have to stay away from Pimento.
Yeah, all right. So there's a tip in itself. Avoid investing in Juve players. Because,
yeah, hey, we found after we talk about it. So there you go. Listen to us. You'll make some coins and not lose some coins.
Unless it was this week when you heavily invested in Juve players, thinking that it was going to be.
Yeah, there. Wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, better course.
Yeah, better call. 850 we bought him for. Is 350 now.
Yeah, I got 30 of him, and I'm not ashamed to say I'm still holding. So we'll see how it goes. For a rainy day.
I think the people saw all of my Juventus players on my transfer list when I was opening packs.
Yeah. Hey, that's what happens, right? You lose some, you win some, isn't it?
You do. So we was talking about how EA don't think, well, they're not going to put Calcio away players in. We have to talk about it. What about the data leaks?
Oh, the data leaks. Oh, yeah. It's an unfortunate thing, isn't it? Controversial topic. So here we go. Tinky's gonna jump right into it with Ben.
Yeah. Look, it's. I think they fucked up. They fucked up. This isn't just their normal putting Slovakia as Slovenia and putting the Czech Republic as South Korea. I mean, this is a proper fuck up. This is something that could potentially cost people money.
Yeah, like just for the casual players. Yeah, so they had to register, right?
Yeah, they had to register for the global series.
Love it. Yeah.
And apparently, what was happening is that the person that filled in and submitted the form, if you was to jump on and register for it next time, your details would be on their screen. So it was only being leaked to one person. This is what I've read, but it was getting out. So once people knew this was happening, obviously they keep on registering, getting other people's details all the time.
Yeah.
Quick thinking.
Yeah,
it's just a debacle, and FIFA hasn't even started yet. The e-club, the esports nature of it hasn't even started. It was the global series. So and all these players, you think about it, it's 27-3, right? So verified. So it's all really, really top end. Spending so much money on this game to become a pro, isn't it? So,
you've got to spend money, but other people as well. I mean, there's certain people that signed for esports clubs in England. They had jobs in New Zealand, Australia. They went over. They gave away.
I mean, got leaked. Yeah.
They really, the people put their heart and soul into it because they think it's going to be a career.
Yeah.
Stuff gets leaked out, names, addresses, passwords, and whatnot, and codes.
Bring up for the away team. Substitution in the
offense. It's a massive issue. I mean.
Yeah, and it's not a good look for FIFA as general. So,
I mean, you couldn't imagine someone like Fortnite or League of Legends just making such an error. You just couldn't see it.
And I don't want to say it out loud, but we love FIFA, but the way they treat the the esports, like the pro players and all the rewards that they get, it's a shocking, isn't it, compared to the the Fortnite scene or the CS League of Legends scene, and even the Street Fighter scene, right?
It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, the amount of money they make just from packs and what they win, you just wonder why. I mean, unless you're the very best of the best in FIFA.
Yeah.
It's
going home with at the 8th spot is $250 or something like that. It was ridiculous.
There's certain tournaments out there that are stupid. So look, I know that no pros are going to be listening to us, but if it ever gets back to a man, even the common person, the plebs, we're all behind you, man. You deserve.
Yeah, look, I feel bad for you guys, and we are sympathizing with you guys, and we hope you sort out your issues with EA.
Oh, for sure. Especially now that my pack money is going towards your prize money. You don't even get to see 0.01% of that, which is.
Nah, and I hear that every lightning round they make gold. So
lightning rounds for them is just it's just a license to print money. That's all it is.
Yeah, and it's a surprise mechanics, hashtag surprise.
Surprise mechanics. Your details have been leaked. Surprise.
Surprise.
Here's a rare PlayStation.
I'm sorry. I'm not. Shouldn't be making a joke of this. So,
It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that we had to talk about it. I know it's a somber note, but look, let's talk sort of some positive news, I guess. Like weekend league, the first weekend league is coming. Hopefully the gameplay has been smooth for you. Like what was your experience in the last 2 games? Like what sort of
the 2 games that I played, it was a lot slower than Rivals.
Yep.
Yeah, I really had to kind of like think my way through it, try to find my spots. It did feel different. I'm looking forward to it. I know the next 28 games are going to be a son of a bitch, and
and a sweat fest.
Yeah, look, I've already got another controller just waiting to be used because I know this one's going out of a window or in the toilet.
Yeah.
It's going.
Hopefully not into the screen. Not into the screen, hopefully.
Look, I'm going to say not again, and that's a different story.
Yeah. So we can try and sort of summarize it, I guess. The whole first pilot. And So I guess what are you looking forward to in the next weekend? Like, is there anything that you think might happen? Is there any predictions and stuff like that?
Oh, look. We've got a fair idea that Scream's coming out, so I want to look forward to Scream. I want to see a different type of concept for it this year.
I want some cool SBCs, isn't it? Like,
I want different type of players. I don't want to see your Fellaini's. I want to see your Randy guy from the Romanian league. You're never going to touch SBC for them, but the guy that you think, actually, he'd be interesting to try and put on my bench, or he'd be fancy.
Yeah, he might be a decent player.
I want to see those kind of players get these SBC cards. I'm looking forward to League SBCs coming out, and I've got a feeling it's going to be La Liga and League One. Hint, hint.
Oh, okay. So that's the prediction here. You heard it here first.
So, if you are looking to invest in League SBCs, get your silvers because there's no need to buy them now. So when there's no need to buy them, go and buy them.
Yeah, that's the theory of economics, isn't it? You got to buy them when there's no demand.
Yeah, that's it. That's just what it is. But no,
listen to Uncle Ben and Tink.
I'm really looking forward to see what they actually come up with in the way of content, gameplay, and just to see what happens with it because FIFA, as we said before, it's got the bones of a really great game. I'm just hoping they kick on. I'm just hoping for a great FIFA year. Hopefully, the comment, you put it there too, that what sort of things you're looking forward to most, and are you looking to get to elite, or are you going to get to goal 1 or whatever your goals are? And my goal is basically just to make sure that I don't look like a pay-to-lose team again. So look, Chad, I can tell you now that it's already looking likely he's playing a friend and he got walloped a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, well, he was an elite player, so, supposedly. So, I'm just looking forward to a great, FIFA year, and hopefully we get to do this again. Ben, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you for giving me the chance to voice my opinions, and we look forward to your comments and whoever have opinions on it, and any comments on how we can improve and what topics you want to have. Feel free to put it in there, and give Ben Chicken 81 a shout on Twitch. We hang out there with our boys there. Shout out to there's a few boys that are really good FIFA players, but we have a great community in general. So we would love to see you out there, and just give us a go. And we play a bit of Pro Club as well. So maybe we'll see.
That's where we become toxic. Just FYI, we're until we score and dab and take it in the corner after the first 10 minutes.
So Ben gives that as it is, but I'm being diplomatic here. But it's a great community, I gotta say, and we love to banter, and we don't take any seriously. We don't take it too seriously. So except that when we pack something, then we have to share it on the private chat.
Man, and the amount of hate that goes around on there, even if it's just your crappy Lewandowski gold. I mean, you're gonna get shit for packing it.
People just say toxic.
You're gonna get shit on for it, so it doesn't matter what it is.
So anyway, good. I think it's a great time to wrap it up, and thank you for listening to us. Ben, do you want to say a few words before we?
I just want to say, Tink, thanks very much for agreeing and coming on to be to come and talk to me. It's great to talk talk about FIFA with people that play FIFA. It doesn't matter what level of FIFA player you are, whether you're Road to Glory, pay to win, pay to lose. It's just great to be part of a community and speak to people that just love the game as much as I do.
Make new friends.
That's it. So yeah, that's what I that's
here and have a chat.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is for me. But yeah, look, I think we've waffled on for too long now, and we'll let the people get back to whatever they're doing in their normal lives. But drop a like, drop a comment, let us know what we did well, what we didn't do well, if there's any changes that we need to make. Look, I know there's been a few sound issues in this first one. Can't be helped. I'll fix that in upcoming ones. Look, let us know what you feel. But look, until then, I guess we'll catch you soon. Have a good one, people.
Tinky out.
See ya. Bye.